Welcome to the Columbus Project. Columbus is a European Commission-funded project with 26 partners from 11 countries. Our aim is to perform successful knowledge transfer to achieve blue growth, sustainable economic development within the marine and maritime sectors. Typically, if a researcher wants to communicate the results of their work, they publish it in scientific journals and sometimes disseminate it further using traditional mediums and channels. This style of dissemination, however, may not reach the people who can make the best practical use of the information in creating new products and innovative solutions to practical problems. This is why the Columbus Project and the knowledge transfer methods it employs are so important. Knowledge transfer is the targeted movement of knowledge between the researchers who create it and those in science, industry, policy, or society at large who can make the best practical use of it. With governments investing billions in research, we are acquiring new knowledge faster than ever. But that investment may be wasted unless that knowledge can be applied to real-life problems to create a meaningful impact, such as through job creation and economic growth, environmental protection, informed policy, and a sustainable response to the challenges of society. In the past, research findings have not always achieved the real-world impact that they might have done due to the system by which research is carried out. Problems that need to be addressed are typically identified by a group of experts, who then put out a call to the research community to propose projects that respond to the identified challenges or needs. Scientists, often collaborating across organizations and countries, respond with proposals as to how these challenges or needs can be addressed through research. They do this by defining a hypothesis and developing a methodology to carry out the research, generate new data, information and knowledge, and validate their findings. Funding for research is very competitive, and only the best projects get funded. Thousands of the best minds in Europe are working on research each and every day. But what happens to the knowledge they produce? A researcher today has a very different job from those in the early days of science. On top of their research and teaching workloads, today's researchers are expected to administer projects, bid for funding, and communicate their research to non-scientists. Scientists are often not rewarded for transferring their knowledge beyond having it appear in scientific publications, which only scientists read. So it's no surprise that their knowledge is not always being received by others outside of science, who can make practical use of it. Columbus wants to change this and approach science communication in a scientific way, and here's how. Columbus has mapped out a process of transferring knowledge to create measurable impact called the Columbus Knowledge Transfer Methodology. We have 9 full-time knowledge transfer fellows working on this, each focusing on one of 9 thematic areas or competence nodes. And the most essential skill set they have is that they are all explorers, trained in the Columbus methodology, collect, analyze, and transfer. In Columbus, we actively collect what we call knowledge outputs, which go beyond the basic data or reports generated by a scientific project, to include new methodologies, adaptations, and insights, or alternative applications of prior knowledge that can be put to use in solving everyday practical problems, all done using a standardized methodology. But gathering knowledge and making it publicly available doesn't mean it will get used. Collection is only the start. So next, We analyse the potential applications of each knowledge output generated by a project using a team of experts with a wide range of backgrounds and experience. Their job is to determine how each knowledge output might be applied to answering a particular question or solving specific problems, and to find a best-case scenario or eventual impact for each one. This involves developing a knowledge output pathway for each knowledge output. We identify the best route, passing the knowledge from actor to eventual impact. At each step, we consider how each actor might wish to receive and apply the knowledge so as to maximize our chances of success. We also use a team of experts to validate this pathway to ensure that it is the most efficient route available. When the knowledge output pathway is finalized, we look at the first actor in the pathway to whom this knowledge should be transferred. This person is called the target user. Once we have identified the target user, we are ready to plan how to transfer the knowledge. This requires a deep understanding of the needs and motivations of the target user. Using this information, we are able to tailor-make an effective, targeted knowledge transfer plan which outlines the message, channel, resources, and timing of the required knowledge transfer activity. We also outline a number of impact indicators to track our activities. We then perform the knowledge transfer activities and consider these successful if the knowledge has been taken up and applied by the target user. Step by step, this process is repeated over the course of the Columbus project. Join Columbus on our adventure. Explore knowledge and make an impact.